God is not pleased with the ungodly, lawless people who are oppressing his little ones. The Bible portrays God as having intense anger towards anyone who harms or mistreats children, especially the vulnerable or fatherless. God sees their suffering as a grave sin and a cause for judgment. Jesus similarly displayed displeasure when his disciples rebuked those bringing children to him, emphasizing that children hold a special place in the kingdom of heaven and should not be hindered from coming to him. Children are highly sensitive to their parents' feelings and moods. Their constant exposure to parental worry or fear can lead a child to perceive the world as a dangerous place. Ungodly, lawless people are creating laws and conditions to instill fear in the hearts of citizens and others in the kingdom. God knows the hearts of the families and children he created. Scripture teaches that God's wrath is promised for ungodly, lawless, and sinful people who inflict pain and wickedness, as he is a righteous and just God who opposes sin and injustice. In Exodus chapter 22, verses 22 through 23, God promises his wrath upon those who mistreat fatherless children, stating he will hear the child's cry. He declares in Jeremiah chapter 19, verses 4 and 5, that spilling the blood of innocent children is a great sin, and various other passages portray his anger toward those who harm them. Jesus affirmed children's importance by stating, "Let the children alone, and do not hinder them from coming to me, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." His indignation at the disciples' actions underscores the need to protect children. There are consequences for offenders as stated in Matthew chapter 18, verse 6. It reads, Jesus issues a strong warning, saying it would be better for someone to be drowned if they caused one of these little ones to sin. Actions and attitudes that provoke God's anger in harming the vulnerable include physical abuse, emotional abuse, and neglect. Preventing children from coming to Jesus or hindering their spiritual well-being also invites God's displeasure. Matthew chapter 18, verses 10 from the Message Bible reads, "Watch that you don't treat a single one of these childlike believers arrogantly. You realize, don't you, that their personal angels are constantly in touch with my Father in heaven?" God requires that his people also be fierce protectors of children, just as he is. God doesn't want unlawful and ungodly lawmakers creating laws that causes despair in families and in the health and well-being of his little ones. Romans chapter 1, verse 18 notes that the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men. People won't escape the judgment of God.